Good morning, and welcome to our continuing series on homeopathy with our beloved Dr. Pachegaonkar. We had spoken about prostate and bedwetting. Could we take up incontinence?
Yes. Yes. Incontinence is common again in elderly people as well as in children, but more common in elderly. Mainly the bladder sphincter loses its tone, and that's the main reason with incontinence. The bladder urine retention also can be caused because of this, but even incontinence, what happens? It's very common with the people with the prostate because the residual urine is already there, the bladder is irritated, plus the neck of the bladder, that sphincter, is not having good tone, and so the person is not able to control it. So what we do is, in this incontinence, we give an exercise while passing urine. Basically, we give them the pelvic floor exercise where the pelvic floor is retracted and then relaxed, retracted and relaxed. That exercise we do. Ask.
And that's to
Strengthening the pelvic floor. At the same time, we give bladder and sphincter exercise where we ask the person to allow urine current to start, and once the current starts, retract it, halt it, hold it, and once it is held, again release it. So in one urination, 4 to 5 times, if the person is able to withhold and release the current, that gives wonderful exercise for the bladder as well as the sphincter, and person is able to withhold that urine till it reaches. In some people, it is their nature of the excitement which also causes incontinence, because otherwise person is fine, and once he feels that his bladder is full, he starts rushing to the bathroom, and on way he starts getting it. Means for many hours he can withhold, but once he starts approaching the bathroom, the sphincter starts opening.
So it's almost psychological.
In some cases, yes. So we have remedies called argentum nitricum or even causticum. In causticum, what happens? We have a typical thing. If the person is sitting, no problem. But the moment person gets up and starts walking, then his sphincter starts opening. So causticum is a wonderful remedy for this sort of incontinence. We have some people who get incontinence with instantly raised intra-abdominal pressure. For example, sneezing, laughing, coughing. So little bit of urine escapes. That sort of incontinence also can be treated with homeopathic remedies as well as with this exercise. This exercise is very helpful in elderly people where the bladder atony as well as the incontinence can be helped.
The first thing you spoke about, I wasn't quite clear on that. You say to hold the floor.
See, pelvic floor exercise is where the whole floor of the pelvis gets exercise. This can't be demonstrated, of course.
Right.
Because what we ask the person is to lie down. Lie down in a lithotomy position where the female delivers, that is called as lithotomy posture. And when person is lying down, we ask the person to imagine that if he is passing flatus and he doesn't want the flatus to be passed here, so how will he retract? So the whole perineum, the anal sphincter as well as the urine, everything has to be retracted inside very slowly.
Okay.
Constricted. And after holding it for a few seconds, then relax it. And then again constrict it.
Now I
So
understand.
this is what we call pelvic floor exercise while lying down, but this is in general for whole pelvic thing. But for urinary bladder, this exercise has to be done only while passing urine. The once while passing urine, the current starts, you withhold it.
Yes, yes.
Once it is withheld for a few seconds tightly, then you release it.
And one can do this 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times. Only one precaution in this we have to take is we should not strain for passing urine, for resuming the current. You just allow it to come. And that really helps.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.